You've been walking around waiting for people to care about your problems, waiting for somebody to feel sorry for you, waiting for someone to give you a handout, a soft place to fall, or even just a shoulder to cry on. But let me tell you the truth you don't want to hear. Nobody cares. Nobody is coming. Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to feel your pain the way you do. And if you keep waiting for sympathy, you're going to die waiting. The world isn't built on pity. It's built on action. It's built on those who take their pain and use it as a weapon to carve out their own destiny. People have their own battles, their own storms, their own scars, and they're not going to stop their lives to sit around and make you feel better about yours. That might sound cold, but it's reality, and reality doesn't bend for your feelings. Every time you cry about how unfair life is, life keeps moving. Every time you sit there begging for somebody to understand what you're going through, time keeps ticking. The clock doesn't stop because you're broken. It doesn't pause because you're hurt. It doesn't rewind because you failed. It moves forward, and if you don't move with it, you get left behind. You can drown in self-pity, you can soak in your tears, but nobody's coming to pull you out of the water. You have to swim on your own. You have to find a way to keep your head above the waves. That's what separates the weak from the strong. The weak hope somebody throws them a lifeline. The strong build the dam both themselves. Sympathy is poison when you rely on it. The more you look for pity, the more dependent you become. The weaker your spirit grows. The more excuses you build around yourself. You start to love the sound of your own excuses. And before you know it, you're living in a cage built by your own words, chained by your own regrets. And while you sit there locked up in your own misery, the people who refuse to wait for help are out there grinding, winning, building themselves into something unrecognizable. That's the truth that should burn inside you. You don't get respect by asking for it. You don't get strength by wishing for it. You earn it in silence by bleeding, by sweating, by refusing to accept that anyone owes you anything. Think about how much energy you waste trying to get people to care. You tell your story over and over, hoping somebody finally gets it. You post about your problems, you beg for attention, you want somebody to validate your pain, but validation is a trap. The moment you depend on it, you give away your power. The moment you say, I need people to understand, you've already lost, because you're asking permission to be strong. Strength doesn't ask permission. Strength doesn't beg. Strength stands up in the dark when nobody's clapping, nobody's cheering, nobody's even watching, and says, I'm still here, I'm still fighting. You've got to accept that nobody cares about your past, your excuses, your reasons why you can't. People care about results. They care about what you produce. They care about whether you're relentless enough to make it despite the odds. You think the world is cruel because it doesn't sit down to comfort you, but the world is fair in one way. It rewards those who refuse to quit. You don't need sympathy, you need hunger. You don't need comfort, you need fire. That's the only thing that's going to move you forward when life has its foot on your neck. Look in the mirror. That face staring back at you is the only one responsible for your success, your growth, your transformation. That reflection is the only one that cares enough to save you. Nobody else can feel your pain the way you feel it. Nobody else can do the push-ups for you. Nobody else can run the miles for you. Nobody else can silence the voice of doubt in your head. It's all on you. You are the problem and you are the solution. You are the weakness and you are the strength. You can either sit there waiting for someone to pat you on the back, or you can turn that back into armor. When you finally stop chasing sympathy, you get your life back. You stop caring about what people think. You stop waiting for their approval. You stop expecting them to understand the weight you carry. Instead, you carry it anyway. You carry it because it's yours. You carry it because it's shaping you, and the heavier it gets, the stronger you get. That's the paradox people don't want to face. They want to be strong without lifting anything heavy. They want to be resilient without being tested. They want to win without the pain of losing. It doesn't work like that. Strength is earned in the trenches. Strength is forged in fire. Strength is carved out of the nights when you want to quit but don't. So when you feel like giving up, when you feel like nobody sees you, when you feel invisible, remember this. You're right. Nobody does see you. And that's exactly why you have to keep going. You don't need an audience. You don't need fans. You don't need pity. What you need is the discipline to outwork every version of yourself that ever made an excuse. You need the courage to silence the voice that says you're a victim. You need the mentality to say, nobody cares. And that's exactly why I'm dangerous, because I don't need them to. The day you stop expecting sympathy is the day you free yourself. That's when you step into your true power. That's when you realize life isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to break you, test you, crush you, and force you to rebuild yourself stronger than before. And nobody is going to hold your hand while you do it. Nobody's going to wipe your tears while you fight. Nobody's going to clap for you in the dark. And that's exactly how it should be. Because when you finally come out the other side, you won't owe anybody a damn thing. You'll know you built yourself from the ground up. You'll know that you didn't need anybody to care. You just needed to work harder.